Available now. Link below.
In a shocking turn of events that has sent shockwaves throughout the nation, Donald Trump's recent court victory has ignited a firestorm of reactions across the political spectrum. From the unhinged meltdowns of leftist pundits to the jubilant celebrations of Trump's most ardent supporters, the fallout from this bombshell ruling has plunged the country into a pure state of chaos. As the mainstream media scrambles to make sense of the seismic shift in the legal landscape, tensions between Trump's enemies and allies have reached a boiling point, with both sides engaging in a vicious war of words that threatens to tear the fabric of our republic apart at the seams. So in this special report, we'll take you behind the scenes of this epic showdown, revealing the shocking twists and turns that led to this historic moment, and exposing the hidden agendas of those who seek to use our courts as a weapon in their relentless pursuit of power. And so you don't want to miss a single moment of this explosive story, so stay tuned for my final thought, where I will break down what this all means for the future of our nation. Now, in a world where political turmoil seems to reign supreme, it's more important than ever to safeguard our nation's critical resources. Just as Trump fights tirelessly to protect our values and way of life, we must also take action to secure our energy independence. And that's where Alaska Energy Metals comes in. With the largest nickel deposit in the United States and a commitment to environmentally responsible mining, they are poised to lead the charge in breaking free from our reliance on foreign imports. By investing in domestic production, we can ensure a stable supply chain and protect ourselves from the whims of hostile nations. To learn more about how you can support this crucial mission, visit alaskaenergymetals.com today. Together, we can build a stronger, more resilient America. You'll find the links in the description. Now, in a development that has left the nation reeling, an appellate court has sent shockwaves through the political establishment by drastically reducing the bond amount in Donald Trump's ongoing legal battle. The decision, which saw the bond slash from a staggering $454 million to a still substantial $175 million, has sparked a frenzy of reactions from all sides of the political divide. Now, for those on the left, the news was nothing short of catastrophic. MSNBC, long known for its unwavering opposition to the former president, found itself at the epicenter of a meltdown. In a now viral clip, one of the network's guests, Tristan Snell, a former New York Assistant Attorney General, struggled to contain his disbelief and frustration, saying, "Honestly, it's so infuriating." That's what he lamented, his voice tinged with a mix of anger and despair. See for yourself.
Honestly, this is so infuriating, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know if I care what the process is that these judges are arriving at. Whatever it is, it's flawed. I can tell you that much. I mean, David put it well. This is a different process for this person. We have decided that he gets his own private court of justice. He has a private plane. He has private clubs that he lives in. You know, apparently, you know, he basically fashioned himself his own private militia to try to take over the Capitol. You know, now he's getting his own private system of justice. This is an absolute travesty. It would not happen for anybody else. Anybody else, it would be like, sorry, buddy, you lost, pay up. For him, he gets his own set of rules.
Legally, Tristan, how is that done?
We just saw it. They just decided that the appellate court has now just decided they're going to swoop in and just change it. And that's it. And now the AG's office can now try to go up above them. I believe, you know, I don't know what the details are because you just told us. I'm guessing this is coming from the First Department, Appellate Division, First Department. That's the intermediate court here in New York that would be issuing a decision here. I don't know if there's a remedy for the AG's office to go up to the Court of Appeals, which is our high court here in New York, and try to get them to basically countermand this order. But in my view, this is, without knowing more, unless there's some sort of other extenuating circumstance that we're going to learn here, this appears to be an absolute gross miscarriage of justice.
So let's...
Snell's reaction, while perhaps the most visceral, was far from the only one. Across the left-leaning media landscape, pundits and commentators alike expressed their shock and dismay at the court's ruling. Many echoed Snell's sentiment that the decision was a travesty and evidence of a justice system that bends to the will of the wealthy and the powerful. But while the left reeled, Trump's allies wasted no time in seizing upon the moment to celebrate what they saw as a major victory for the former president. Chief among them was Alina Habba, Trump's attorney, who took to Fox News to revel in the court's decision and take a few pointed jabs at New York Attorney General Letitia James, saying, "I hope she took a little piece of humble pie today because that was just served to her a little bit. But we'll see a lot more. That's what she quipped with her words dripping with a barely contained glee. Watch.
What happened today?
We won. No, we didn't win. You know when we'll win? When we get this all reversed, which is what's going to happen. So what happened today was that Letitia had to eat every single tweet she has posted since the day the twisted order from Judge Engoron came out, with the ridiculous number, with the disgusting injustice on the American people, not just Donald Trump. And I would love to see what she tweeted today, because she was having fun posting the interest on a man who has done nothing wrong and a family who has done nothing wrong every single day. And then the appellate division came in and said, sorry, due process still exists in America. You still get a right to keep your assets until we get to review what all these lawyers are saying was wrong. 11 weeks, I have never seen something, Jesse, like I saw in that courtroom. It was a travesty on the justice system. And I am so proud of the appellate division for giving us the opportunity. They didn't reverse the case, but they will when they see what we saw. It was a disgrace. And today, there was a little bit of faith in the American system that I've lost over the past few years, I'll be honest with you.
Do you think Tish James and Judge Engoron, do they feel ashamed, a little embarrassed? Have they felt, I don't know, maybe did they overreached a little bit after this decision?
Well, that would mean that they have a moral compass or a conscience, and I don't feel that that exists. People that go on TV, censor Donald Trump, shut him off when he's speaking, want to act like he's about to go broke, want to act like he's poor, and that's why he couldn't get a bond that no private company has ever been asked to get, with no cash equivalents other than cash, marketable securities. People that get excited for that, they don't have a conscience, Jesse. But, I hope she took a little piece of humble pie today, because that's what was served to her. Just a little. But we'll be serving a lot more of that in the next couple of years.
And she'll be eating humble pie. You'll be having birthday cake. We hear it's your birthday, so happy birthday.
Thank you, Jesse.
Quite a birthday gift. Now, her triumphant tone stood in stark contrast to the furor emanating from the left, underlining the deep divides that continue to shape the political landscape in the Trump era. Now, for her part, Letitia James remained unbowed in the face of the court's decision. In a statement released shortly after the ruling, she made it clear that she would not be deterred in her pursuit of justice. In her statement, she said that Donald Trump is still facing accountability for his staggering fraud. That's what she declared. Her words a defiant rallying cry to those who believe the former president must be held to account for his alleged misdeeds. But even as James and her allies vowed to press on, others began to question whether the New York legal system had become hopelessly compromised by political bias. On Fox News, contributor Jonathan Turley offered a sober assessment of the situation, suggesting that the appellate court's decision may have been an attempt to restore some semblance of impartiality to the proceedings. Quote, by reducing the amount, I think that this restores some element of restraint to the New York legal system. That's what he opined, adding that the true sunk costs of the controversy have been borne by those who sought a thrill-kill moment against the former president. Watch.
Jonathan, your thoughts on what's transpired. You get the $454 million bond slashed to $175 million.
Well, the Court of Appeals may have felt that they can't prejudge the evidence, and so to reduce the bond further would have been heavy-handed. I actually think they could have reduced this bond to virtually nothing, because the amount set by Engoron was absurd. I mean, most of us drilled down on these figures and could not find a there. There were no victims. There was no money lost. You had people that loaned this money and wanted more business. And so this figure seemed to be just snatched out of the air. He connected it to a few properties, but it was very speculative. By reducing the amount, I think that this restores some element of restraint to the New York legal system. I think that the true sunk costs of this controversy has been borne by those who really wanted this thrill kill moment.
Yeah.
You know, this has not played well with the public. I don't think it's played well with companies who were legitimately alarmed to see the New York legal system turned into this inescapable political vortex. And I think that the reduction will help assure people that there are still some adults in the room.
You know, and that's certainly what is needed right now. As the dust begins to settle on this latest chapter in the seemingly endless saga of Donald Trump's legal woes, one thing remains abundantly clear. The battle lines have been drawn and neither side shows any signs of backing down. With tensions running high and emotions raw, it's anyone's guess as to what the next twist in this sordid tale might bring. But one thing is certain, the American people are watching. They're hungry for answers. In a nation already bitterly divided along ideological lines, the spectacle of a former president facing off against the full might of the legal system has only served to deepen the fault lines that threaten to tear us apart. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is right now. In the end, what we're witnessing is nothing short of a triumph for justice and a resounding vindication for Donald Trump. The appellate court's decision to slash the former president's bond is a clear sign that even the most fervent of his detractors cannot escape the ironclad grip of the law. Letitia James and her ilk may continue their relentless pursuit of Trump, fueled by nothing more than blind hatred and political ambition, but as Alina Habba so eloquently put it, they will be served a heaping helping of humble pie in the years to come. The American people are tired of watching our legal system be weaponized for partisan gain, and this ruling is a step towards restoring the integrity of our courts. So let this be a lesson to all those who would seek to undermine our republic for their own selfish ends. In America, justice will always prevail.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.